Hello, everyone. This is Andrea Hedberg from LuLaRoe Life with A. Yes, I put the A in Life with A. And I am here to do a tutorial for you on stamps.com. I've gotten a lot of requests, and this is going to pertain most likely to you if you're a LuLaRoe retailer. However, if you're running another business, no worries. It all still applies. You're just going to hear me reference LuLaRoe. So I'm here on stamps.com. If you've never used stamps before, go ahead and create yourself your username. There is a monthly fee, which is subject to change. Right now, I believe it's $10 a month to use the service. You do get a slight discount on your postage, though. Stamps has been great for me, and it should be great for you. So we're gonna go ahead and sign in. You'd sign into your account, and this is gonna be the main screen that pops up next with stamps.com for you. This is going to be your main ordering center. I'm going to walk you through everything, and I'm going to talk about more specifics. For me personally, right now, I use my LaserJet printer. I had it, it's been easier for me. So if you're using a regular printer, you would print on right here. This is the shipping label. So for me, I use my regular printer, 8.5 by 11. If you're using a Dymo printer, you would actually, a 4XL Dymo printer, you would go down here and you'd actually select the 4 by 6 inch shipping label. And you can see that that preview changes over on the right hand side. So stamps also can do a large other variety of things. It can print envelopes for you. You can actually print physical stamps from it. But for the purposes of this, we'll only be focusing on that regular label. So the mail from address, that would be entirely where you're mailing your package from. I actually bounce between our town here in North Carolina and then to my hometown. So I've got 2 mailing addresses underneath there, but you can add as many as you want. Mailing to, obviously, the United States or whichever country that you're going to be mailing to. And then here's an address that I put in. So we sent it to Jane Doe back here at my hometown. I'm going to show you guys. So if I were to put in 123 Washington Street, and it's in Sequim, Washington, and I'm going to put in an address or a zip code for a different state. We'll make it up, okay? I have no idea what that zip code is. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to click out of the box, and you can see that stamps here in this highlighted section change that zip code that I had typed in to the actual correct zip code next to that address. We know sometimes customers may be a little rushed when they set things up, or we don't input something correct, so stamps actually will do some auto correcting for you, which is really nice. You will then email your tracking if you prefer. Now, what I'm gonna go through next will be your weight and stuff, but I want to say something specifically about email tracking. There's going to be a cheaper option when we talk about first class shipping, but it doesn't have tracking. When it comes to your customers, there is absolutely no reason that your customers shouldn't have an emailed copy of their tracking number. Absolutely no reason at all. I've heard countless times that consultants, and fashion retailers through LuLaRoe and just businesses in general, that customers don't get tracking numbers. And this is something that is so easy. It's just one extra step. Make sure you take that extra step for your customers. I know I'm obsessed with tracking my packages, so I love to get my tracking numbers. And it gives your customers ease of mind, and also is just the professional thing to do. So let's say you type in this address. We fill out all the information. We hit print postage. Great, we're done. So now what next? Well, let's say I wanted to ship to Jane Doe again. If I had already shipped to Jane Doe once before, I would just start to type in Jane Doe here in this box, and I could actually select her. It would start to pop up. So if I let's type in my own address. Here we go. Here's my own address right here. If I were to click on that, it would populate my own street address here. That all falls under contacts with stamps.com. I'm not going to click on it because it's got a lot of my customers' personal information there. But if you were to click on it, it would have an address book of all the customers you've ever shipped to. You can actually go in there. You can edit their contact information. You can do whatever you need to do. And that is pretty much straightforward, okay? So here we go. Here's the weight section. Now this is what a lot of retailers with LuLaRoe and customers in general have questions about. So let's walk through the services that we have. There is an option with stamps.com that you can get their automatic weighing scale You would plug it into your computer that you're using, or if you're using like a Microsoft Surface tablet slash computer, you plug it in through the USB drive, you'd hit the weigh button, and you'd click auto and see, please log into stamps.com in order to use your scale. I don't use a scale, I manually input it, but that is an option for you, and Stamps has their own tutorial on setting that up. Let's go through the services. Now, for the purposes of mailing a package, there's two sections here for first class, large envelope flat and package slash thick envelope. For the purposes of mailing, let's say, a pair of leggings or a single shirt or something along those lines with LuLaRoe, you always want to make sure that you're using this package slash thick envelope selection. Yes, it is $1.50 more. Why is it $1.50 more? Why couldn't I just send it for 98 cents? Well, number one, if you were to hover over with your mouse here, it's going to pop up, let's see, it should, okay, right here. Of course, it never does what you need it to do when you need it to do it. Okay. Well, normally when you hover over it, I think you can kind of see it there for, yeah, okay, right here. If I click and hold, priority mail ships up to 70 pounds. Well, I could do the same thing for here. First class ships up to 15.9 ounces using your own box, but it must be at least 3/4 inches thick, right around there. Now, if it's not quite 3/4 inches, that's okay. The post office is not going to kick your package back. They're not using a measuring stick to say, oh, hey, this is less than 3/4 inches. But the biggest difference is that this right here, this package slash thick envelope includes tracking information. And that's what I was talking about earlier. This is what is so important to include, is to automatically send your customers that tracking information. You don't have to do that. The moment you hit print postage, stamps.com automatically will generate a tracking number for them, and it will email it to them directly. And also, here's the thing with the large envelope flat. It can't be more than 1/4 inch thick. And it also does not include tracking information. This would be the same as if you were to stick a bunch of stamps on a package. This isn't what you want to be using. Whenever you are shipping an item, ship it via package, thick envelope via first class. Now remember, it's got to be less than 15.9 ounces. For me, I personally can ship 2 pairs of leggings, for example, with LuLaRoe, in a first class package. I choose to do that because 99% of the time I have not had a single problem with mailing my customers their items. I've only had one package in the entire almost a year I have been doing LuLaRoe as of now in 2017 that has gone missing. So for me, I choose to save my customers a little bit of money. If they're getting 2 pairs of leggings, I know, hey, I can ship that for right about 13 ounces. I charge them the $3.50 for shipping that I do. That includes my shipping and handling costs. So if I were to put in 12 ounces, you'll see down here on the bottom right-hand side that my price will adjust. So now most things, when you're shipping a single item, will ship for under 8 ounces. So make sure that you're actually inputting the correct ounces. Don't just put in 15.9 ounces if you're shipping one item, because there is a huge difference. The cost of shipping 8 ounces is $2.77. Now the cost of shipping 15.9 ounces is $4.30. So there's a big, big difference. So make sure that you're actually inputting the correct weight and in ounces via pounds and ounces. Sorry, not the correct weight, but you do want to put in the correct weight. So you cannot, once you bump that up to 1 pound, Stamps is going to give you, it's going to read this out, and you're not going to be able to ship more than 15.9 ounces via first class. Now what happens when you have a package that's more than 15.9 ounces? Then we're going to go down here to this next area under priority. This is where it gets a little bit more confusing, okay? And bear with me. There are lots of options here. This is the one I want you to pay attention to. Legal flat rates. Nope, sorry. Don't pay attention to what I just said. This is the one I want you to pay attention to. Padded flat rate legal padded flat rate envelope. Do you think I could talk today? Wouldn't that be nice for a video? All right, padded flat rate envelope. Don't select padded flat, the legal. Don't select flat rate envelope. You need to be using a padded flat rate envelope. And actually, I'm going to bring up on USPS.com exactly where you're going to go to get this. You're going to go to USPS.com and you're going to go to the postal store and you're going to go to shipping supplies. Okay? Your post office is most likely not going to have padded flat rate envelopes. I have actually never seen a post office that has any, okay? So from here, we're going to type in padded flat rate under the search store, and we're going to bring this up right here. This is the one you want, not Priority Mail Express. We want regular Priority Mail flat rate envelope, and you can see that the cost is $0. The post office provides this shipping material to you for free. You want Priority Mail padded flat rate envelope. You would click on that. You can order as many as you would like. The shipping is free. The materials themselves are free. This is what you want to be using to ship multiple items, okay? This one exactly. Priority Mail padded flat rate envelope. This is why it is so important. I've run into a couple retailers that actually were not using the padded flat rate envelope. And they were telling me, I'm paying $12 to ship a Sarah or an Anna dress. It's ridiculous. It's so expensive. And postage does change. If you ship to different parts of the country, you will actually pay more in postage than to other areas. So this is why the padded flat rate is so important. Notice the words flat rate. That means as many items as you can put in that envelope, or as heavy as that item is, you're going to pay the same cost, no matter if it's 10 pounds or 2 pounds. It's going to cost you a flat $6.50. That's why using this padded flat rate envelope is so important. Because let's say I were to put in 2 pounds, and let's type in that Jane Doe address again, to 123. Let's see. See, I'm gonna leave my spelling errors because Stamps is gonna fix it. All right, whatever. Washington Harbor Road, Sequim, Washington. Let's put in 2 pounds. Now you can see that padded flat rate envelope is still $6.50. Now, a package or a large package is going to be $14.90. Well, let's say I'm shipping 2 Sarahs and I can fit them into a padded flat rate. Still $6.50. That regular Priority Mail package is $17.61. Now, there is a time and a purpose for using something other than a padded flat rate envelope. There are going to be times where you are going to have an order that will not fit in that padded flat rate envelope. And let me tell you, don't try to stuff in there so full that you're like, I'm having to put extra tape on it to keep it closed. You don't want that to pop open. You don't want to potentially damage your goods inside. That's the time when you're going to want to go ahead and do the package, or in some instances, the large/thick envelope, okay? However, if you are going to be doing a large or thick envelope, you just want to make sure that you're following the rules. Length plus width, length plus 2 times width plus 2 times height cannot exceed 84 inches. For the most part, usually a package and a large/thick envelope are the same price. I just select package because by that time, this is usually going in a box. If I'm shipping 3 Sarahs and 2 Carlys, it's going to go in a box. I like to make sure that everything is carefully wrapped. And actually, I've done another tutorial about how I go ahead and actually wrap all of my packaging and the care that goes into it, because we want to make sure that anything that we're shipping to our customers gets there safely. So other than that, if you were to scroll down further, Priority Mail Express, you're never going to need to worry about that. Media mail, this does not apply to you. Parcel Select, in some instances, it may be cheaper, but it could take upwards of 5 to 7 days to get it to someone. When we're dealing with our goods that need to get there quickly, you always need to be shipping via Priority Mail. So I'm going to recap really quick. Under 15.9 ounces should be going via first class mail package/thick envelope. Anything over 15.9 ounces that can fit should be going into a padded flat rate envelope. This is what it looks like. You can buy it off of the USPS website. Anything that cannot fit into that padded envelope should be going either in a package, a larger thick envelope, or a large package. Now, the large package would be over 84 inches but less than 104. You will be hard pressed to find something that is going to be more than 84 inches. But if you've got a customer that bought that much LuLaRoe, I would keep them close, and I would send them a couple extra free things, because that would be an amazing, amazing blessing and order. Okay, so after here, this is the next question I get asked. Okay, well, how much do I insure this for? Here's the thing about the padded flat rate envelope. It actually already comes with $50 worth of insurance on it, which is great. Most of your orders, $50 would cover your wholesale cost of the good. We're not trying to insure the entire package value here. You want to make sure that you could put more insurance on there if you wanted, but for the most part, that padded flat rate envelope, if anything were to happen to it, your insurance that automatically comes on that padded envelope would give you enough credit back to cover your wholesale cost on that good and to make it right with your customer. That tracking number, don't mess with this. Extra tracking, that's already going to happen. Now, signature required. Here's another aspect of stamps. You can do the signature required. I've never used this. I would do this if a customer asks me to, or if it was a large enough order that I was very concerned that I wanted it to get there. Sometimes customers, I have heard that customers have asked this. This would be something that I would ask my customer to foot the bill for. If they want signature required because they're worried about the neighborhood that they live in, I would ask them to cover at least 50% of this cost. Extra services, you're not going to worry about that. This has nothing to do with you. Don't worry about it. And your mail date. Sometimes stamps will get a little cranky about mailing things on the weekend, so you just will have to change it to Monday. Sometimes it will do it for you automatically. Now here you can click on your orders. You can view your history. You can also request a postage refund if you mess something up. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It doesn't really have any personal information here, so I'm going to load this postage refund. So let's say that I shipped a package to the wrong person. We would go ahead and click on here. We'd click on refund, and I would say that, well, I sent it to the wrong address, etc., etc. I certify that it was the wrong thing, and I would hit submit. You'll get your refund within the next couple days. Now from here, you can also search your print history, file an insurance claim if you do have anything that went wrong with a package, schedule a USPS pickup, make sure that your weight is correct, make sure that you're selecting that right service. From here, you'd hit print postage. It's gonna pull up this print section right here. So here's for me, this is my label. I'd hit print and I'd stick it on my package, and away you go. So now I did hit print so you guys could see that. I'm going to go back here and walk you through. Here's that request a postage refund. Since I did spend $6.50 to ship that package, I'm going to click on Jane Doe. I'm going to hit refund. I'm going to certify that this was not used, and I'm going to hit submit. And that is as easy as that refund is. If you have any questions at all, please comment below. I'd be happy to help you. Remember that everything within stamps.com is subject to change and look. As far as postage pricing goes, that will always change on a yearly basis, usually by a couple cents. As long as your weight and your ounces are correct and you're making sure that you're utilizing that package thick envelope, padded envelope, or that package or thick envelope. Oh, I also forgot to mention, there is the option for a flat rate box. Most of the time I find that if I can't fit things into a padded flat rate box, a large flat rate box isn't going to do me a whole lot of good. With everything, check your weight. See if it costs, if I put in 3 pounds and I come down here and I say, well, it's going to be $17.61 to mail. It's going to be $17.05 to use a flat rate box. You can see there's not a whole lot of price difference between the two. Just check your weight and your prices and you'll be good. I hope this is helpful. And if you need anything or any suggestions for tutorial videos, let me know. Check out my other tutorials here on the channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.